Welcome back, RawSangan family. So we're almost at that 2,000 subscribers mark, and once we hit it, we're gonna do a giveaway. We're not quite sure what's gonna be, but it's gonna be something nice, and we have less than 30 people left, so make sure you subscribe. And also for this deck profile, a lot of people have been hitting me up. You guys want me to do my outtake on mutants, so this is my first version. Friday, this set was gonna be legal, so I'm gonna take it to local, so I'm gonna make a blog about it, so make sure you subscribe for that. We're gonna go for first place, but this deck is good, but it's just not tier 2 good, so it's kind of iffy, but a lot of cards do have really good effects. But if that sounds interesting, let's go do the deck profile. Alright, so we played 3 of the Mutants 05. Its effect is basically when it's summoned, normal or special, you can search a mutant monster. Then his other effect is you can banish it, and if you banish a spell card with it, you summon Miss, I believe. So spell card you summon Miss, the trap card you summon Arsenal, and a monster you summon Beast. So basically it's a one card you summon Beast. This card lets you search for a mutant spell card. So yes, right now there's 2 cards that are proxies. This is one that's coming in the mail. So basically when it's summoned, you can search a spell card. Then it has the same other effect where you can banish it and another card to summon a mutant monster like Miss, Arsenal, or Beast, depending on what card you send. So you play Mutant GB88. So this card lets you summon a Mutant level 8 on your opponent's turn, but you have to control a lab, and you'll see what that is here in the future. So you play 1 Mutant Beast, 1 Mutant Miss, and 1 Mutant Arsenal. You only want to play 1 because this deck only has 7 starters. 6 of them are monster and 1 of them's E-Tally. So this deck is kind of inconsistent as of right now. So that's why I feel like this deck's going to be tier 2. All of them have really good effects. This deck breaks quite a bit. And there's 2 versions you can play. You can play the standard version, like what I am, like control version, and you can also play the Thunder King version, but I also feel like that's more brickier. So I'm playing 3-dimensional shifters. Right now, I don't know how I feel about this card, because all the mutants you can work around the banish field, but this card you basically have to just open up because you can't control no monsters in the graveyard to activate this card. So I don't know. Right now it's working for me, but maybe in the future I might take them out. That's the only card that I'm kind of iffy. I played 2 Ghost Ogres. The reason I do because I played E-Tally, so if I already have my starters, I can save the E-Tally to summon Ghost Ogre and pop a card on the field. So I play Mutant Fusion. This is the fusion card. It's pretty busted. So if your opponent activates something on your turn, you can fusion summon from the graveyard and banish. Yeah, from the deck and graveyard as a fusion material. So yeah, it's kind of like Shaddoll Fusion. So you play 3 labs. When you activate it, you search. You get to special summon a level 4 mutant monster from your hand, or that was banished. So it's not really like a starter card, but it is like an extender. But you need this card for 88. And with 88, it's pretty good because you can banish this card with the effect to summon a banished mutant card. So So I played 3 Pot of Extravagance. It's a draw card. You rarely go to your extra deck except to make the only 2 fusions that we have right now. Sinuses and Ultimus. So I like to play 3 Super Poly because 1 is a fusion deck, and also Super Poly is really good on breaking opponents' boards. And because there's so much room on your extra deck, you can literally play so many Super Poly targets. So we played 3. There can only be 1 because there's all different archetypes. So you have machines, you have beasts, you have, what do you call it, psychics, and etc. So this deck doesn't hurt you, and it does hurt like your opponent's deck, like Inferno Nobles, Dragon Links, etc. So this card is busted for this deck. So we play 3 Mutant Expansion, unless you fusion summon. 3 Mutant Cries and 1 Mutant Clash. This is like the least like the useful card. I just have it because it still has a decent effect, but it's I'll just read it to you. When you activate this card, you can target 1 effect monster in your opponent control and 1 banished mutant monster from your graveyard. Mutant monster, yeah. And if you do, negate the effect until the end of this turn, even if it leaves the field. When your level 8 or higher mutant monster is destroyed an opponent monster by battle, you can draw 1 card, and you can only activate one each effect once per turn. So it's just not. I don't know. To me, I just think 1 is plenty. So it's a 40 card deck. So the extra deck is pretty simple. We played 3 Ultimus, 3 Sinuses. I can't pronounce this word. Another card I can't pronounce. 1 Emptis, I believe that's how you pronounce it. So basically, it's because, you know, Dogmatica is a thing. So if they make you send 2 cards from your extra deck, you just send this and Omega. And of course, that's at 1. So that's what we play it. We played 2 of the starting Venoms. I will play it at 3. Only have 2 right now. But it's a Super Poly target. I play one of this guy. You guys tell me how to pronounce this card. But basically, you need 3 darks, and it stops inherent summon monsters. So I play 1 of the Predaplant Drago. Man, why are all these Predaplants? They have difficult names to pronounce. And like, as you guys know, English is not my first language, so misreading some of these cards is just difficult. But basically, you need a fusion monster and a dark monster. So when your opponent has Dragoon and the Predaplant monster, you can make him. So you play 1 of them, and we play 3 Mud Dragons just because if we banish, we can banish some of them with Pot of Extravagance. So that's why we max on them. But this is just the beta deck profile. So subscribe. I'm gonna take this deck to Locals Friday, so make sure you guys keep up. I'll tell you how I did and what cards I'll change, just so we can make this deck into like possibly tier 1, but who knows until we try. Well, I'm here with the king of games, Yugioh, and he's telling me that you guys should subscribe, like, hit that notification bell for more Yu-Gi-Oh content. Isn't that right, Yugi?